joining us. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it.
Right.
Thank you for tapping into another episode of Cards and Conversations, where every episode unfolds a deck of intriguing discussions. I'm actually Anya, and if it's your first time here, welcome. If not, welcome back. I am an intuitive alchemist and energy reader, and I'm just here to help y'all heal. I'm here to help y'all heal, and we're healing with humor because laughter is the best medicine. Okay? It works for me, and I'm sure it works for you. Okay? Because y'all have been showing me nothing but love on my reels and my memes, so I appreciate that. And Brian, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yep. Well, I'm Brian, aka B. I haven't formally released another name at this point, but you could just call me B. I told her when we first started, I said we should just call it Anya and the B because that's just how we are, right? But yeah, I go by B, like literally the bumblebee for multiple reasons. So we'll just go with that. But like she said, we're going to go ahead and kickstart. And so first, I'm going to start off with a spiritual as fuck cards. That's literally what they're called. Just to give us a base of what spirit would like for us to talk about tonight, right? Because there's been some things that's happening, and I'm debating whether or not I should share with everyone what just happened on this week, but I feel like it's going to come out later, so I'm just going to wait.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the card says, "Grab your own butt. Love yourself." Valentine's Day is coming up, so I don't know. Maybe is this another love reading? Like, Lord, what's going on? And it says, whatever type of butt you have, you're a complete psychopath if you can't see that butts of all kinds are super fucking awesome. Look around at all the butts of the world. Big butts, teeny butts, jiggly butts, gargantuan butts, elephant butts. Grab your butt right now. Aren't you lucky to be the kind of animal that gets to have a butt? Yes, you are very lucky. Very, very lucky. So,
this is freaky edition. Is this 18 and plus? This sounded kind of freaky off the rep.
Okay, man. It's like, ooh, okay, that's kind of, it's giving me old granny vibes. That'd be like, come here, young man, can you help me put the groceries in my car? And you put the groceries in the car, and then she pinch your butt. Like, it's like, listen, grandma, like, you kind of fresh over here. So, right. So let's see what comes out in the next deck.
Hi, Phyllis. Thank you for joining.
So we have Sarah Yunya Uwa, or Nurture, and Arun Mila, Great Diviner.
Okay.
Which makes sense because what Grab Your Butt is talking about nurturing yourself. So let's get into the tarot. If you, I did read the story of Arun Mila. It's a great story. So if you wish to look up African folklore, please look up Orun, Orun Mila. It's a very good story of a very strong man in Africa. I'll just say that.
Is that an Orisha? It sounds like an Orisha. No?
He's not, but it's sort of like our John Henry in a sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will say
Okay.
that. Oh, when I just did that, I just saw like a tree, like a big tree. Okay, but it looked in the shape of the peace symbol. So I don't know if somebody has a peace symbol where there's a in the middle of the peace symbol is a tree. But that's what I just saw.
Hi, Kara.
Okay, one more. Okay, so again we have Sarunya Uwa nurture means that it's time for a lot of people to start taking care of themselves, putting themselves first. And with Arun Mila, it's the great diviner, meaning again, and I shared this the beginning of the month. I do remember that a lot of you are going to do some work with spirit, and this is what a spirit is bringing a lot of people back to that self love. What does that self love look like? Um, Loving on yourself. Nobody pinching your butt, pinch your own butt. Nobody telling you look good, tell yourself you look good. Nobody's giving you a hug, give yourself a hug. Do that, the self affirmations of love, because it builds you up from the inside. Um, I can share a quick story whenever actually, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but when we were seniors at App State and getting ready to graduate, there was this time where I really didn't love myself. Like I was just not just I'm not here for it. People are not here for me. Um, and I woke up and spirit said I. And I actually have a poem written out titled I, and it goes into full description. And I was like, okay. And spirit began to talk to me about what I meant and how spirit lives and breathes in everything on the earth. And then spirit said, but you don't love me. And I was like, if there's anything on this earth, I love you and my grandmother. like, 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 how can you say? And spirit said to me, you don't love me because you don't love yourself. And spirit had me to go to the bathroom, look in the mirror, hold myself like this, and say, Brian, I love you. And so that's the type of energy that I'm picking up. Is like you have to literally go to the mirror and say your name, hold yourself, say your name, and say, I love you. Love on yourself, because what you're doing is not only are you pouring into yourself, but you are embracing yourself. You are cultivating your own self. Is basically what you're doing. You're putting that what spirit already has in you unto yourself, so that you can familiarize yourself with your own self love. Because when you familiarize yourself with your own self love, anything else outside of that is going to feel foreign to you. Like if you start talking negatively, you're going to instantly like, wait, where did that come from? Like that's not me. And you'll change that narrative. So that's what I'm getting. And then with the 3 tarot cards that came out, you have the 4 of swords, protecting your heart, followed by the 10 of swords, which means you've come to the end of having to protect yourself that way, of having to really hold your heart protective. It's okay to be free now. That's what spirit is saying. It's okay to be free. You've done the work. Now just walk with me. You're at the end of that chapter. And you know how you're going to do it? With strength. You are a whole beast right now. You have the freedom, you have that chance to be free. Just continue to love on yourself in this transition is what I'm hearing. because this it's just it's growing phase, growing pains type of pain right now. So if you're feeling that way, if you're feeling down, Spirit is saying, don't worry, you're not resulting back to old habits. Just continue to love on yourself, because what you're doing is you're embracing this newness in you. You're embracing a new version of yourself. And this new version is very different from all the previous versions that any other person has seen. So you may have a lot of people in your life saying, "Oh, you acting really different." And some may even say, "You acting brand new, but I like this on you." Because it's your glow up. Like, it's you've had time to work with Spirit to cultivate some new things. So that's what the cards are saying. And now I'm interested in knowing what the planets are doing right now. Back to you.
Segued right into the planetary placements. That was a great transition. And you know what? I'm interested in what's going on with this planetary placement as well. These planetary placements as well. And it's funny, the cards that you pull, we're talking about self-love. Loving yourself, honoring yourself, taking care of yourself. Because if you are new to astrology, you have to understand that part of understanding, understanding, and overstanding yourself is learning about yourself. And the best way to learn about yourself is through astrology. Okay, so not only do I have a treat for 5 specific sun signs, but I also want to give all of the 12 zodiac signs a sneak peek into your strengths and weaknesses. Okay, just so you guys can have a general idea of the energy that you guys embody. Okay, so this is for everyone. This is not for just certain signs. What I'm going to read now is for all of the 12 zodiac signs. And you guys can have a sneak peek on what type of energy that you embody. Okay, so we'll start off with Aries. Okay, now if you're an Aries, you can be competitive. Aries are known to be competitive, always wanting to up the ante, one up, get the best of whoever's, number one, knock out the top person out the top spot. But you can also be insecure, okay? So there is nothing an Aries cannot achieve once they set their mind to it. No mountain is too high. However, you will also find them nursing a hidden imposter syndrome, okay, that can chip away at their confidence is allowed to free reign. Okay, so just be mindful of that, Aries. It's okay to be competitive, but just know your limits. Okay, know when to say, all right, it's time to just take an L, or it's time to take a break. Okay, because it's okay to lose, because you can't win every battle. Okay, you can't win every battle. Next we have Taurus, loyal. If anybody knows loyalty, is a Taurus. Loyal but stubborn. What's that sign? The bull. And you can't easily move a bull. A bull is going to move when a bull is ready to move. Okay?
Exactly.
So Tauruses are loyal to a fault. Okay? The Taurus energy is the most reliable person you can have in your corner when the chips are down. However, they have a stubborn streak, a mile wide, and can hold a grudge like no one else. No one can hold a grudge like a Taurus. Okay, so make sure you don't cross them, because they forgive, but they don't forget. Okay? Gemini. Geminis, you guys are versatile, but you are impatient. Okay, you throw a Gemini to the wolves and they'll come back leading the pack. This air element in the sign means that they can adapt easily to any situation, but their fuse runs short. Okay, and once they run out of patience with someone, there is no wiggle room for second chances. So Geminis, you guys have to be mindful that patience is a virtue. Okay, and this is also for Sagittarius, because I'm a Sagittarius and I know I have a problem with patience. Okay, so this is speaking to me as well, Geminis. Cancer, passionate but uncommunicative. Okay, so behind the brooding fortress that a Cancer has erected to protect themselves are abundant reserves of deep underlying love and loyalty. Okay, pity that few will get to experience it because they aren't the best at communicating what is in their hearts. So, I guess what it's trying to say is that, a Cancer can love hard, can love to the depths of their soul, but it may be a little hard for them to communicate that love. So maybe you guys show love better than you talk about love. I don't know. I'm just
right.
Listen, don't shoot the messenger, okay? I'm just reading. All right. Next, we have Leo. Confident but dominating. Okay. If anybody knows a Leo, Leos love to be in the spotlight. Okay, they were born to be under the spotlight, and there is nothing that this lion enjoys as much as being the center of attention. All right. However, this innate conviction, that they are always in the right means that they can often run over feelings and sentiments. Okay, so Leos, just take it easy. Take it easy and just understand that you're not always right. Okay, because even if you think that you're right, there's a slim chance that you might be wrong. But they'll never admit it because they're Leos. Next, we have Virgo. Perfectionist but self-critical. Okay, Virgos are meticulous, organized, and diligent. If the world were to end tomorrow, you would want a Virgo to lead and march into a new dawn. You hear that, Kira? However, that pesky niggle of self-doubt in their head means that they are often harsher on themselves than anybody else can be. Okay, so Virgos, love on yourself. Like Brian pulled those self-love cards. Love on yourself, because even though you guys have everything down pat, have your self-love down pat. Okay. Libra, empathetic but indecisive. Okay, if you're looking for someone to lend a comforting shoulder during times of distress and truly put themselves in your shoes, ring up a Libra. Okay, call up a Libra. This empathetic side of theirs can sometimes get derailed by their inability to make up their mind, compounded by a fear of confrontations, which means that you'll never truly know which side they stand on. Okay, like you'll never really know what side of the fence they're on, because they don't like confrontation and they don't like disappointing people. Nor do they like choosing a side. So sometimes they'll ride the fence. So Libras, pick a side and stay there. Scorpios, intense but secretive. The fiery, intense personality of a Scorpio can make any time spent together a wild, dazzling ride. But while they will go the extra mile to take care of your emotional needs, they remain notoriously secretive about their own. Good luck cracking open the spine of this closed book. Okay, so Scorpios, if you guys know this to be true, if you know that you can be secretive and you hold your cards close to your chest, and somebody's trying to love on you and show you some TLC, some affection, just open up that heart just a little bit, just so we can love on you. Even your friends, open up so we can have some type of view of what's going on with you. Sagittarius, spontaneous but flighty. There is no storyteller quite like a Sagittarius. They can have the entire room hanging on to their every word. But while they can show you grand dreams, it can sometimes be hard to pin them down.
This was reminding me of the last show where I said "Runaway Bride," but that's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, it kind of makes it seem like we don't want to just okay, Capricorn. I'm moving to the next time because I don't like to think about that series. I don't like that. I don't like that. Capricorn, goal-oriented but unforgiving. Not everyone can conquer the world, but if the Cap were to set out to do it, nothing would deter them until they had accomplished their goal. With a personality that is hardwired to practicality, they can often fail to appreciate nuance and are known to be unforgiving of others' mistakes. Okay, so if you guys know a Capricorn, tell a Capricorn, listen, forgive, okay? Aquarius, philosophical but detached, a deep thinker with a humanitarian streak. An Aquarius has grand plans to change the world. Shame that they left the party early, though, because their reclusive nature makes it hard for them to establish bonds with those around them. That is very true. I know that because Aquarius is my moon sign. And it's hard. Like, if I don't already have a rapport with you and history and trust you, it's hard for people to, like, get to know me. Because we have to have that already established bond. So that's very true. And last but not least, Pisces. Whimsical but oversensitive. If you're looking to escape the mundane, everyday grind, a Pisces imaginative mind can whisk you away into the realm of fantasy. Their kind, nurturing personality can prove to be a double-edged sword, though, because their overly sensitive heart is easily wounded, further compounded by a tendency to play victim. So that is a sneak peek of all of the 12 zodiac signs and the energy that all of these signs embody. All right, now let's go for the main course, because I've been so excited to read this to you guys. Okay, so this should have been done the first of the year. Don't come for my jugular, okay? But I'm gonna do it now, and this is just a 2024 horoscope prediction, okay? And these 5 signs, it's only 5, okay? These 5 signs are set to receive abundance and luck, okay? So let's check and see if your name is on the list. Okay, let's see. So first, coming in at number 1, Leo. Leo. 2024 is predicted to be a year filled with happiness for the Leo zodiac sign. With their unique combination of confidence and charm, Leos are set to encounter exciting opportunities. Hard work and consistency will be key to making the most of these chances. So get ready for a joyride and embrace the upcoming year with a positive attitude and strong heart. All right, if you know a Leo, guide into this video, okay? Libra, coming in at number 2. The year 2024 holds great promise and happiness. The year 2024 holds great promise for happiness and joy for Libras. Their ability to maintain balance and harmony will be their secret ingredients for a fulfilling year. Exciting relationships and personal growth are on the horizon. Embracing the equilibrium within oneself will unlock a year filled with happiness in all aspects of life. Okay, so that is what's going on for Libra this year. Next, we have Sagittarius. Hold on tight, because Sagittarians are in for an exhilarating ride in 2024. Their positive outlook on life acts as a magnet for happiness and abundance. With their radiant positivity, they will attract a plethora of incredible experiences and adventures. So get ready for an exciting journey and let happiness be the guiding force throughout the year, okay? And next we have Aquarius, air sign. These inventive spirits will be guided towards a joyous journey in 2024. The cosmic forces are aligning perfectly for Aquariuses, who possess an unparalleled ideas and creative prowess. I've never heard that word before. Embracing these out-of-the-box thoughts will lead to unexpected and extraordinary moments of happiness. The Celestials' alignment will support their imaginative pursuits, turning each creative endeavor into a fulfilling adventure. Okay, that's for Aquarius.
I do have to say that the prowess is also another Leo energy. So I'm just going to tell you that right now.
Oh, it definitely is. They are always on
Mm-hmm.
the prowl. It's
Mm-hmm.
that lion energy that keeps it
Exactly.
chill.
Exactly.
Okay? You always know when you're in the midst of a Leo. Okay? They embody that I'm the head of everything type of energy. Like they embody that boss like energy. Okay? And last but certainly not least, we have Pisces. Pisces can look forward to a delightful year filled with happiness in 2024. Their dreamy and imaginative nature will uncover wonderful discoveries. Their creativity holds the key to unlocking a treasure chest of happiness. By diving deep into their imagination, they can allow joy to flow through their lives like a calm river. The cosmic alignment invites them to explore their creativity, making 2024 a year of enchantment and happiness. And I just want to say, if you didn't hear your sun sign on here, that doesn't mean that you're not going to get abundance and luck, okay? Because your birth chart consists of so many other elements and so many other signs. It's not just your sun sign, okay? You have your moon, your Venus, your rising, your Mars, your Mercury, your Pluto. There's so many other aspects to your birth chart. So if you didn't hear your sign on here, maybe other aspects or other aspects to your chart will align with one of these signs, because you may have one of these signs in your charts. Okay.
Yep, so, because I'm claiming 3 of them, because I have Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Leo in my chart, and ironically, I had to listen. I have some ladies that I listen to on the tube myself that I show support for, and I was literally instructed to listen to Leo's message. And right after Leo's message came on, Aquarius message came on. So these are for me. So thank you, bestie. You know, I'm loving it. Right. And she said she's a Leo rising. So see.
But you got read in a good way.
Yeah.
You got read in a good way. I always say, like it's always good to have a Virgo holding you down, because you guys pay attention to detail. Like you guys don't miss anything. And if you want to know like an opinion of somebody or something, talk to a Virgo. They're gonna give it to you. Virgo's gonna give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Leo rising. Yeah. So if you look, Kara, if you heard any of these signs, I'm sure you have them in your chart. So yeah, you got Leo rising, so you good. You are good money. You are good. And Brian, you have a lot of fire in your chart. So any of these signs could work for you.
Right. She said straight no chaser. Right. Right.
Straight no chaser. That's right, Kara.
Straight no chaser.
So that was pretty much it, guys. We didn't want to hold you too long. I mean, I don't know if you want to share anything else, Brian. I know this show was going to be short and sweet under the circumstances. I don't know if you want to share any extra information as to why we're going to close out the show early tonight.
Well, no. I mean, and we don't have to, right? But I will say this, that the self-love thing is definitely important. But yes, we definitely have to get into that self-love category. We have to at this present time, because so much is going on in our world, in society. I was a friend of mine posted on Facebook earlier today how he went to the library and noticed there were a lot of books thrown away, and luckily, fortunately, ironically, however you want to say it, was taking his client who had never been to the library. He got his client and her child, a library card. So, he's doing a good deed. He gets there. There's all these books in the trash. So he's like, well, what are these books? And they were our Black books, our historic books. Their eyes were watching God, Black Boy Joy, The Color Purple. our classics, the ones that brought us here. And so it's like he asked the librarian, well, why are these books in the trash? And she says, not the state, because they're back in North Carolina, but because our country has deemed them, unworthy to be in our book or put them on the banned book list. We are throwing these books away. And it's important for us Black and Brown people to understand how much self love we have to give, because they don't, they won't, they will never. Because and they may try, but to the core, right? They're trying to erase, and they want to put their narratives because they refuse to see themselves. But truthfully speaking, every time they look at us, they are looking at a mirror of what they tried and could not. So, these, but like what did the card say? We're getting out of this energy. We're getting into this freedom. Like, baby, you don't like me or not, I'm still here. And I'm standing in my strength. And we have to continue to remind ourselves that. We have to remind our youth that. So, like even the children, they have to understand that during this time period, there are people that don't like you. So I'm going to show you love. The communities have to band together to show the community love. We have to get back to our core. We are community-based people to our core, always have been. History tells us this. Our ancestors tells us this. That's why we pass things on generation to generation. I don't know why we do it. Grandma used to do it, so we gonna do it too, because it kept peace in the household. Baby, we have to get back to that. And a lot of us have walked away from those old traditional practices, but the ancestors are like, baby, there's gonna come a time and a place where you're gonna remember my words. There's gonna be some times that you're gonna remember the conversations that I had with you. There's going to be some times when you had wished that you had not stopped practicing what we used to teach y'all, because it's coming back up. And even with my own family, and I can say this, or I'll say on my paternal side of the family, there's some things that they don't want to talk about, but it's coming back up because my grandmother visits me quite often, for one, and we have these conversations. So we have to get these things. We have to tell our story and write them. Exactly, Kira.
Miss Rashid said something. She said Creole author Kate Chopin was the first woman to be banned in America. Well, I didn't know that.
Yep.
I didn't know that. And you know what? That reminds me, and Kira's going to remember this too, because for those of you guys who are new to this whole setup, Brian and I went to college together. So this is like a 20-year friendship. And if you remember Brian and Kira, Kira's on here. She also went to college with us. They didn't have many African-American courses that we could take to really learn about our heritage and trace back our roots. And the courses that they did have, what were they teaching? Dr. King, Rosa Parks, like
right, the general stuff.
Anything else outside of that realm, like outside of the special holidays that we celebrate now, basically, like King Holiday, and like we weren't learning about any other history that we already know now. And I always wondered why they never wanted to tell a story outside of what's already been known. Why? Like, what are they hiding? What are they hiding?
And even
it just makes sense to me.
Yeah, and even to the point we had gosh, I can't even just deem her just a professor. She was so much more. I'm talking about Mama Wright, and there was a leadership course that I took with her, and they told us to go beyond the normal Black traditional people that we studied. And that's how I came across an amazing poet from New York. I want to say he was from the Bronx, Essex Hemphill. And his poetry he was a Black gay man in the 80s talking about his life. And it was amazing of everything that he did and stood for, because he was also an activist for the community as well. So I took a lot of that in, and it helped me at the age of 18. And I just, beautiful uh, ceremonies comes to mind. If y'all look up that poem Ceremonies, he talks about celebrating the black body, the black male body, in different ways. And so it was very captivating piece. And that's what we have to do, is we have to celebrate ourselves.
We do have to celebrate ourselves, and we also have to seek knowledge on ourselves and on our ancestors and on our roots, because it's not going to be given to us. You know, why do we have to sign up to have somebody teach us about our history when our history should be told? Like,
Right.
our history should be told. You know, we don't sign up to be taught about Christopher Columbus and about, you know, the forefathers that discovered America, or not the forefathers, but the people that helped build America. We don't have to sign up for that. That's taught off the rip. That's in every history book, but we have to take specialty classes to learn about our history, and it's not even a fourth of our history. Like, it's not even like, it's just the surface.
Right.
It's just the surface. Like, I'm talking like what happened way before Christopher Columbus. I want to know what happened way before Christopher Columbus. That's the history I want to know. I don't care what happened when he discovered America. Okay, I want to know what happened before he discovered America. That's the history I'm looking to seek. So I never understood like why you had to sign up for a Black history course when the other history is just told. It's like, it's just told. It's just given. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
That's a whole nother live. And it's not even real history. Thank you, Kara. It's not even real history. Because I think now they switched it. Now it's not even called Christopher Columbus Day. It's called like Indigenous Day, right? Or something like that. I think they finally switched it because enough people probably protested and said, listen, this is not accurate. This is fake, fugazi, false. So let's change the name. And I think now they call it Indigenous Day.
Right.
I don't know. Keep up with that because I don't even participate in that holiday.
I had
Christopher Columbus.
And I wanted to bring this up again because, again, this card came out, but in Spirit said, I need you to go look this up and correct yourself, because I don't mind correcting myself, right? So Orun Mila is also known as Ifa himself. He's the Orisha of wisdom and divination. And what are we talking about? Wisdom tonight. We're talking about keeping our cultures together. So even with that, it's like, with our humanity and everything, we still have to keep those sides of us, right? We have to stay grounded in our historical roots. We have to understand ourselves. I used to tell people whenever I was younger, and people would look at me strange, and I was like, "What? I just want to know. I want to be informed." I've always had the mind of I would rather know about something than to not know about it, and not. And if should it attack me, not know what I'm looking at, right? I'm thinking, "Ooh, this is a bright light." No, baby, that's a bomb heading towards you. You need to run, right? So I used to do things and want to educate myself. And the more and more I educate myself, the more and more I know about the things that I'm supposed to, and that what I'm not going to say not supposed to know, but the things that keep me away from certain things, right? I hope y'all are reading between the lines. So educate yourselves. Go out and learn more and more and more on these things. And again, for those who are interested in that deck, it is the Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle deck. That's what I'm reading from. They have a lot of Black and Indigenous folklore on these cards. That's history within itself.
Those are nice cards, and just kind of skimming through these comments. Ms. Rashid said school taught us obedience, not true knowledge. That is very true.
That's what they did.
That is.
And if you think of, I don't know if you've all seen the movie, what is it, Killers of the Flower Moon, I believe is what it's called. I'm also Native American, so I had to for my natives. So in that, you learn automatically in history that they targeted the indigenous people, one to control them, and the way that they did that was through education. They taught them how to be docile, and because that was the American way, that was the proper way. They was trying to teach them how to stop using their traditional practices because they were essentially whitewashing the red man, basically, which is why now in some indigenous cultures we have this talk about the white Indians versus the black Indians, and people refusing to say that black people and Indians didn't cross lines. Baby, that's I don't know where they got that narrative from. How are you going to put literally two children of the earth together and they not grasp hold to each other?
Right.
So that's why there is this divide, and it's because of that one streak of whatever that's there.
Yeah, there is a big divide. There, a huge line in the sand, and I just feel like that it's that way because together we stand, divided we fall. So if we're all divided, we don't know who the real enemy is. So I feel like they have it that way on purpose. We're all divided. We have this religion, we have this creed, we have this school, we have this sorority. But if we all come together and see that, we have the same commonality and we're not the enemy, then I feel like we could just really take the planet back, take what's ours. I feel like, because we're not the problem. And I don't want to get too deep. I just feel like that we're all separate because they want us to go against each other. They want us to feel like, no, this is better. I'm better because I'm this color. I'm better because I went to this school. I'm better because I have this privilege. And that doesn't even matter because they're still winning in the end. They still have all the money. They still make all the decisions. They still can,
Oh, but we can take that back too. We can take that back too. Because we keep saying that they have all the money, but when I turn it around and say, but we have all the money, but we have all the power, but we have all the knowledge that they seek. They seek us to when we start speaking that collectively, what we're doing is we're taking that power back. We're empowering ourselves.
You're right. You are absolutely right.
Yep.
Absolutely. You're right. Words have power and words are spells. And so you speak, like what you speak, thus it shall be. So you're right about that. And I think people need to understand that words are powerful.
They are powerful.
Words are so powerful. So you have to speak high vibrational things to yourself, to your inner self, to your inner child, to your family, to your children, because words are powerful and they carry a vibration, and whatever vibration you're setting to let off, that's going to multiply and carry on to whoever is, taking hold of that. So that's a great point.
Yeah.
We have the power.
We have the power.
The power.
Yeah. We have to, like, I'm getting so many flashes right now of information. I'm just like, do I need to release this to it? I'm gonna wait for, because I'm sure it's gonna come out again. But we definitely have to start changing some narratives. We definitely have to start speaking some things into existence and canceling out some things. Like, we talk about cancel culture all the time. We can cancel some things out together.
Sure.
Right.
For sure. I believe that. Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true, and I agree with you on that. So thank you for kind of segueing us into that, because I had no idea. I had no idea we were going to go from tarot to planetary placements to Black history. Like, that was just a great, like, well-rounded conversation. So that was awesome.
And is it tomorrow the first day of Black History Month? Wait, or maybe no, we got one more day. That's Thursday.
So after tomorrow, we'll have our month, or 28 days rather, of Black history. So what I am challenging you guys to do before we get off, I'm challenging you guys to dig deep and look at Black historians and Black skin of people that aren't well known. I'm challenging you guys to look at Black people that aren't known, that haven't been talked about in school and in history, because there's so much more that you guys don't know. Hi, Ashley.
I know.
We're into the live soon, but thank you for hopping on. And then next time we come back, like, we'll kind of go over, like, that's what we should probably go into next time, Brian. We should probably go into that. Like,
to some, Black,
African Americans that aren't wildly discussed, and just, like, let the people know, hey, boos.
Right.
Let the people know about people that aren't wildly talked about. That's a great idea. So,
right.
So we're giving you guys that project, that homework assignment, to look into some Black historians, Black authors, Black musicians, poets, whatever, that aren't wildly discussed.
And look at, and
a lot of,
I was just going to say, and look in your local areas too, to see who are some Black figures, dead or alive, that are, there, that has made impact in the communities. Like, those are documented as well. Those are those unsung heroes that we always talk about. You might even find somebody in your own family.
I was going to say, there's a lot of people that are local. Like, it's not like there are plenty of people that are notoriously known, but there's a lot of people that did a lot of good and shift a lot of narratives right there in your neighborhood and right there in your family. So look in your family, look in your neighborhood, look down the street. Okay, look at that mom and pop shop. There's a lot of people that are changing the game, that are right there in your community, that nobody really knows about unless they live there. So we're giving you guys that assignment. Okay, find a brown face that's making power moves. Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode of Cards and Conversations, where every episode unfolds a deck of intriguing discussions. Okay, yes. And this is episode 5. 5 episodes in already. It feels like we just started. And we have a long time to go.
Yes, we do.
Only 5 episodes in. Okay, we just brushing the surface. So yes, thank you guys for rocking this 5 episodes in, and we'll see you guys again next Tuesday, same time, 11:11, for Cards and Conversation.
Yes. Peace. Yes. Peace. And you guys who are watching on YouTube, I'm entering my Instagram handle in the chat for you to follow me, so you can follow us there live as well as here. Thank you for coming in, Jen. I hope you did contact me. I'm going to look now, but if not, definitely email me and let's set up an appointment. And you all have a good night.